was telling people about how pop culture can ruin a lot of good names, including mine. Lyle is a rare name, but there are still some famous ones out there. Lyle Crocodile, the children's book. Lyle Alzado, the football player. Lyle Lovett, who married Julia Roberts when I was in college, and everybody wanted to call me Lyle Lovett after that. I have better hair than he does. Most people do. I said that to somebody tonight, and they laughed, and I said, "You laughed." They'd never heard of any of those people. It's like, oh, I figured somebody would still hear about Lyle Crocodile when it's a book. Guess not. And that's true with my family name as well, LaRue. I just found another LaRue character out there. I was just trying to find something about Lana Del Rey on YouTube, her music videos, because she just dropped another CD recently. And what I found was clips from Saturday Night Live where Kristen Wiig, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, played her after there were a lot of trolls that didn't like her being a musical guest on the show, saying that she was gloomy and awkward and all of that. And it's like, that's what I am. It's like one of her best-known songs is called Summertime Sadness. Enough said. And then it led to me finding that same actress playing a character called Rebecca LaRue, the flirting expert. And I actually laughed at that one because, I mean, she was so extreme enough that it was kind of hard not to laugh because you're not expecting it. I probably had seen her act before because I think she was in the Lady Ghostbusters movie, as I call it, although that's not the official title. I've changed names of movies before, like the one called 54. I call it Studio 54. Otherwise, you're going to get confused about what it is. I have that prerogative. I don't think they care as long as you see the movie. All right. So, yes, there was that. And then still very much active on the weekends, even though it's after Labor Day, because the weekend after Labor Day is the Jesse James Festival in Northfield. I like going to that. I've been doing that for over a decade now. And even though I've seen it many times before, the bank robbery reenactment, I still like seeing it. And I'm trying to think of what I learned this time. I think it was a postcard I didn't buy because I wanted to save my money for laundry. And it was a postcard of Weekly World News claiming that Jesse James was living in Northfield as a nun. And it's like, yeah, I guess I hadn't heard of that tabloid before, but it's kind of hard not to laugh at something like that because it's so damn ridiculous. And I know when they first did the Jesse James Festival in Northfield, somebody showed up claiming to be Jesse James. Yeah, a lot of people try to glom onto that. Where some famous people they claim never died. I've heard that one about Amelia Earhart and Hitler still being alive, even though they've been gone for decades. And it's like, some people are just weird and stupid, believe anything, is all I can think of about that one. And I did do laundry. It was time. Sometimes you just got to go do it because you need more clean clothes. And I go to a laundromat. No problem there, except sometimes the weird people that you meet there. Somebody showed up when I was about done, and they started talking about their espresso coffee from Starbucks, and they felt the need to be condescending and explain the concept of double espresso. I know what the word double means, even though I don't drink coffee much. And she was so cheap that she just wanted to piggyback onto me using the dryer on just... wanted to dry her socks after work. I didn't ask what her job was. And it's like, yeah, how are we going to find out who's on the clothing? I turned her down. It's like, what? You can't afford $1.75 to do your own damn dryer? Priorities, as Dad would say. She likes her coffee. What else can I do? Yeah, I did other events. On Saturday, I went to a grand opening for the new building of Alliance Française, or the French Alliance in Minneapolis. French surname, took French in high school. You're brought up to speed. You're caught up. And it was cool. They had some free food and drink there. Apple juice, a type that I hadn't tried before. And then some bread as well. But I'm going to remember it because of how I got there. There are a lot of detours and one-way streets in that part of Minneapolis, over by the Twin Stadium. and I got frustrated, so eventually I just took a parking spot on the street and walked the last half mile. I didn't know what else to do. I didn't want to keep wasting gas either. Do you blame me? I mean, there's nothing more maddening than continually trying something that doesn't work. I bought 2 postcards there. I like postcards. I think that's already evident when I talk about that in Northfield, even though I didn't buy that one. Also on Saturday, I did karaoke, which is what I normally do on the weekends. And I ended up sitting at a booth at the behest of the karaoke jockey. And I know that makes it sound negative, the word behest. But I guess it's better than being the weirdo loner. I mean, I had people to talk to, so what's not to like about being invited to sit at a booth with other people? I mean, it makes the night more fun. So there was that, and then Friday I also do karaoke, and I saw one thing that I don't see very often. I guess it was somebody's birthday according to the chalkboard, but I didn't know who it was. They turned 90, and there was still some cake left, although the cake was messy because people are idiots. So I was really discreet about taking cake because I didn't want somebody yelling at me saying, "It's not yours!"
6 minutes.
All right. But I still had cake. All right. Thank you, been great.